Was it meant to be a celebration, turned into a crime scene with cocktails? And the main suspect? Remy Ma, walking in like she had nothing left to lose and everything to say. Yes, y'all. The rumors are true. Rye pulled up uninvited to Papoose and Claressa's over-the-top engagement party and turned the whole venue into a reality show reunion with real blood, real shade, and real consequences. No speech. No warning. Just one long stare. One high heel click at a time as she walked through the room like she was haunting her own past. Then boom. You brought her to my city, gave her my blueprint, and called it love. That one line shattered the whole room. Champagne stopped flowing. Lashes trembled. Papoose looked like someone unplugged his soul. What happened next? Screaming. Phones out. Guests running. And Claressa? Practically ready to square up in stilettos. Was this revenge, a warning, or a calculated takedown that had been brewing for months? Buckle up because we've got camera footage, eyewitness tea, and receipts, so while they might just get someone disinvited from hip-hop history, this wasn't a party. This was an ambush. Let's get into the chaos. Let's rewind the tape. It was supposed to be a night of celebration.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ron. Happy birthday to you.
Papoose and Claressa Shields, hip-hop royalty and boxing royalty, had just announced their engagement. And what better way to flex their love than with a high-profile, star-studded event at one of the most exclusive rooftops in Atlanta. Cameras rolling, stylists on standby, champagne flowing like a flood, and the vibes? Forced.
Loud.
Delusional. Because beneath all the glitter and grins was a storm waiting to hit. And that storm's name? Remy Ma, the woman who wants to find, ride, or die. The original queen of loyalty. The very same woman who held Papoose down through a prison sentence, career pivots, and industry shifts. Now watching from the sidelines as he flashed a new ring on a new hand next to a new queen. At least, that's what he thought. Because, see, Remy wasn't supposed to be there at all. Sources say her name wasn't on the guest list. She wasn't sent an invite. In fact, people in Papoose's own circle claim they were specifically told, if Remy shows up, handle it. Fast. But how do you handle a woman like Remy Ma? You don't. You just pray she doesn't walk in too late. Midway through the second hour of the party.
As well, and then that's him in
Y'all know his nickname,
We
right?
gotta sing happy
Look,
birthday,
tell
y'all.
him. His nickname is Mr. Snack.
Just as Claressa finished her fifth bride cocktail of the night, and Papoose was retelling the same story about how they met at the right time, the music dipped low. The doors opened.
And in walked Remy.
No words. No intro. Just that iconic Remy walk. Slow. Intentional. Hair slicked. Dress black. Nails red. Eyes locked on one target. The crowd froze. Even the DJ fumbled the beat. You could feel the oxygen snatched out of the room. Now, mind you, this party wasn't just a party. It was a full-scale PR stunt. A rebranding moment. Love wins. The media rollout called it cute. Captions. Professional lighting. Influencers posing like they were at the Met Gala. But when Remy walked in, it turned into a funeral with free drinks. Sources say Claressa tried to act unfazed. She even whispered something to her stylist, reportedly saying, "She won't make a scene. Not here." Oh, honey, you thought. Because here's what they forgot. Remy doesn't raise her voice. She raises hell. And she didn't come to scream. She came to end careers. Now, let's talk context. This isn't just about a woman scorned. This is about history. Remy and Pap weren't just a couple. They were a brand. The literal face of black love for years. They stood on red carpets, sat on talk shows, posted each other every Thursday like clockwork. But ever since rumors of Papoose and Claressa started swirling, gym sightings, podcast appearances, just friends' interviews with too much chemistry. The tension had been rising. And Remy? She went quiet. No denial. No damage control. Just silence. Which is how you know she was planning something. Back to the party. Remy doesn't even glance at the horrible rappers trying to act relevant. She walks straight toward the center, where Papoose and Claressa are posing for a photographer like they're in a Tyler Perry finale.
She stops.
Clocks Claressa, looks Pap dead in the soul, and with a smile so calm it made people shiver, she says, "You brought her to my city, gave her my blueprint, and called it love." Then disappeared. And y'all, that wasn't just a line. That was a warning. From there, chaos. Phones up. Security panicked. A bartender screamed, "Oh, hell no," and ducked behind the bar. But Remy? She didn't flinch. She turned to walk away, and just before leaving, dropped the final blow. "Enjoy the ring. It still smells like me." And exited.
Just like that.
No yelling. No dragging. Just destruction wrapped in designer and dipped in dignity. Papoose couldn't speak. Claressa couldn't blink. And the crowd? They couldn't stop talking. By the time Remy's Uber pulled off, the internet was already catching fire. Someone had uploaded a full clip to TikTok with the caption, "Remy just crashed Pap's party and turned it into a funeral. R.I.P. Black Love." And that was only the beginning. Because what happened after the party wasn't just drama. It was war. Inside the venue, it was a full-blown collapse. The music stopped. The DJ silently unplugging his AUX. Claressa? Frozen. Staring into space like she just took a right hook from karma. And Papoose? Looking like he just watched the stock market crash in his honor. Nobody knew what to say. Because, what do you even say after the blueprint walks in and reminds you she owns the building he damaged was still uploading? Because as Remy's Uber pulled off, phones were already firing. Within 30 minutes, clips were everywhere. Reels just aired them out. This ain't a party no more. It's a Netflix docuseries waiting to happen. And the way Pap stood there silent? Yeah, he guilty. By the time the sun came up, the footage had already hit Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, and probably a WhatsApp anti-group chat too. But, baby, that was just the start. An anonymous close friend of the bartender sent DMs to multiple blog pages. Screenshots. Allegedly from Papoose himself. And these weren't just "how are you" texts. These were emotional. Late night. Wish I could go back level messages. One line read, "I didn't plan it like this. She was just there when Remy wasn't." Another, "I miss how quiet it was with you. This party ain't it." And you know the internet doesn't play when they get their hands on contradiction. Suddenly, fans started reposting old interviews. Like that time Papoose said on national TV, "Remy is the reason I know what real love looks like." Now those clips are being stitched on TikTok with comments like, "Ain't no way this is the same man who gave that speech just to throw it all away for bottle service and boxing gloves." Then came the leaks. In an exclusive interview with the LY Gossip podcast, the venue manager, voice disguised, of course, spilled the tea. The second Remy walked in, the mood died. Everyone froze. Security asked if they should step in, and Pap said,
No.
"Let her talk." That's when I knew it was over. "Excuse me? You let her walk in and wreck the room?" "Sir, that's not security. That's sabotage with bottle service." While the public was dying over footage, Claressa was plotting. She dropped a post. Full body glam shot. Perfect lighting. Caption: "Queens don't compete with ghosts. They rule."
Girl.
That ghost just pulled up, slapped the crown off your head, and walked out without smudging her lipstick. The comments? Unforgiving. "Ma'am, your party got hijacked like a reality show finale. Not you calling her a ghost when she built the castle you're trying to decorate. Remy said one sentence and ended your whole era. Sit down." But Claressa wasn't done. She went live. Slick ponytail, glossy lips, a smug smile that screamed, "I rehearsed this in the mirror." She looked straight into the camera and said, She had her moment, but I'm the future. And just like that, hashtag #NewMeQueen started trending. Even people who were rooting for Claressa a week ago switched sides. They're saying she should have handled it with grace, not shade. That Remy walked in with class, and Claressa fired back like a rookie influencer looking for followers. The petty Olympics began. Papoose tried to post a statement. You ready? No one wins when the family feuds. Let's focus on love.
Sir.
You started the feud. You proposed in front of flashing cameras with the woman you allegedly texted Remy about weeks ago. The comments dragged him to the depths. You quoting Jay-Z while betraying Van Gogh. Go write vows to your ring girl, not statements to us. Your legacy ended the second Remy said hello. Behind the scenes, the fallout was real.
Sources claim.
One alcohol sponsor dropped out of Claressa and Pap's upcoming couple campaign. A reality show pilot deal is now on indefinite pause. A major music magazine canceled a full cover spread featuring the power couple. And guess who's allegedly being offered a solo interview and cover feature? You guessed it,
Remy.
because now everyone wants her side of the story. But here's the twist. She still hasn't said a word. No posts.
No tweets.
No interviews. No clapbacks. Just that one night. That one sentence. That one exit. And the silence? Screaming. Fans are deep in conspiracy mode. They're analyzing the timing, digging into who really knew she'd show up. Some even believe a stylist on Claressa's team leaked the location to Remy directly. One user wrote, "This wasn't random. Remy walked in like she knew exactly who was going to be where. She didn't crash the party, she closed it." Others are asking the big question. Was this a party or a setup that backfired? Because what happened wasn't just public embarrassment. It was reputational collapse. And Claressa? She's still trying to hold her image together with hashtags and rhinestones. But the buzz is fading. The glamour is cracking. And in every comment section, it's the same message. Remy left, but the damage is still here. The internet was still choking on the fallout from Remy's one-liner ambush. But behind the scenes, the collapse had only just begun. Because what Remy left behind wasn't just a viral moment. She left behind ruined contracts, furious sponsors, a power couple holding hands in public while privately watching their empire burn. Papoose and Claressa had planned to ride the engagement wave straight into a new brand era. A couple's podcast, an exclusive fragrance drop, maybe even the reality show that wasn't. The reality show pilot was supposed to be their next big move.
But now?
It's slipping through their fingers faster than their PR team can refresh Twitter. Within 24 hours, a major streaming platform reportedly pulled out of a lucrative deal. A luxury brand quietly removed Claressa and Papoose from their influencer roster. A magazine cover, meant to feature the new real couple, was scrapped, replaced by a last-minute spread on what loyalty looks like. The irony. And the new cover rumor? Remy. Yes, the woman who didn't say a word, didn't throw a drink, didn't scream. She walked in, delivered one line, and walked out, with every headline in her clutch. Now, brands want her. Networks want her. Fans are demanding her side. But Remy's playing the long game. No interviews. No tweets. No IG captions. Just silence. And silence has never sounded louder. Meanwhile, Papoose is spiraling. Insiders say he's deeply regretting how the party played out. One anonymous friend claims he said, "I thought I had control of the moment. I didn't expect her to show up like that."
Sir.
No one ever expects Remy Ma to show up. They just pray she doesn't. Claressa, on the other hand, is still clinging to her queen narrative, posting daily affirmations, talking about peace, power, and rising above. But it's not hitting, because no matter how many crown emojis she adds to her captions, the crowd already chose. And the streets? They're with Remy. One fan tweeted, "Claressa wore the dress. Remy wore the legacy." Another, "Remy left the room, but the silence she left behind is still louder than Pap's proposal." Even fellow celebs started chiming in. One anonymous artist posted a now-deleted IG story that read, "Don't play with the woman who fed you. That plate comes with consequences."
Then,
The hammer dropped. The legal bombshell. A legal document, blurred, watermarked, but very real, was leaked to a gossip page. According to the document, there's a rumored non-engagement clause tied to an ongoing split agreement between Remy and Pap. Translation? If Papoose made public moves, like, say, proposing to another woman before things were legally finalized, he could be on the hook for violating that agreement. We're not talking apology money. We're talking six figures and brand damages. Suddenly, those Papoose brand deals? Frozen. Sources say at least 2 music companies are re-evaluating his endorsements. A joint sneaker collab featuring him and Claressa? Quietly cancelled. And let's not forget the messy details. Because leaked texts, supposedly from Pap's side, revealed that he knew Remy might show up. One message to a friend read, "She might pull up, but I doubt she'll cause a scene." A scene?
no, sir.
She caused a rewrite of the narrative. Then came the studio leak. A blurry clip, posted by someone who definitely wasn't supposed to be recording, hit the internet. Remy, in the booth, headphones on, dropping bars that made the internet pause. The lyrics? Hard to make out, except one. He let her wear the ring, but I built the throne. And just like that, TikTok exploded. Users started using the line as captions. Fans made fan edits of Remy walking into the party, set to theme music. People remixed the clip and called it the realest diss in silence. Remy hasn't confirmed the track, but the streets already crowned it a classic. Move forward quietly? Good luck, because you can't quietly recover from public betrayal, legal smoke, a diss track that hasn't even dropped yet. Claressa's image, once unstoppable in the ring, is now being dragged for celebrating too soon. One post read, "She won the man, but she lost the respect." Another, "She's the new girl, not the real one. And the real one always wins in the end." At this point, what was meant to be a celebration has become a case study in how fast fame flips. Because this wasn't just a party ruined, it was a cultural reset. Remy walked in and flipped everything. No backup, no warning, no plan. Yet still, she flipped the room. She flipped the press. She flipped the power dynamic. With one sentence. Now, brands are leaning her direction. Networks are allegedly drafting offers for a Remy Redemption series, a docuseries that would follow her life post-scandal. Meanwhile, Papoose and Claressa? They're rumored to be taking time offline to regroup. And by regroup, we mean figuring out how to salvage the mess they threw confetti on. Meanwhile, Remy's team hasn't confirmed or denied anything. And that silence? Still working overtime. Because in the world of scandal,